How we doing, folks? Dean Doucette. We're at Texas Motor Speedway in the trucks, fixed. And I'm just going to take you through what I would normally do when I come in and how to run this track in a fast fashion. So, first, we go to our garage. We'll load the setup. Is Texas. We'll check over our steering ratio and whatnot. We'll check this offset. Generally, I like my wheel to point slightly to the right down the, the straightest straightaway. So I'll go up one, just see. 12's okay. Sometimes I'll go to 14. The ratio is just a how much the wheel's going to turn. The higher the ratio, the more wheel you're going to have to turn to make it go. So some guys will go all the way down to, well, I don't know about 6, but 8. But I find you'll just wear the tires. You turn on the wheel too much. So I leave it at 12's good. Front brake bias, usually I like to go back a little bit towards the rear, but this is a 1.5 mile track. It's probably pretty good where it is. We'll go down a couple of clicks and we'll see how that is. Apply, done. Alright, get out on the track. So as you can see, we got this fancy new blue line for exiting the pits. Now, you have to stay below the white line on exit or you'll get black flagged. There's a cone around this corner, and once the cone, if you go past the cone, you can enter the track. There's lots of room here, so don't get near the white line, it's just silly. Alright, so just trying to see where the speed is. We'll build up some speed on the high side. Coming here into corner 1, we want to enter high, and it's almost full throttle. Just let off a touch there, get down to the bottom, holding it just a touch off, and full gas, and right out to there. I mean, that's not my best entrance, but it's good. Here, a little lower, let off, get to that line, and gas it, and just fade it up on the track a little bit. Corner. And that's a pretty solid lap right there.
5.
I'll check my standings here. Yeah, 31.2. That's a good lap. You can definitely get into the flats, probably into the 30s.9s. But in general, when I'm running a track, I'll try a few different lines. Fortunately, I'd already been running this track today, so I'm pretty aware. Like you can try the middle line here. It's not bad. It's the same thing. Full, just let off a bit. Ride it here. Gas it in the middle. Come out nicely right at the wall. I find it's a little slower. Same thing here. You can do a little higher line. I don't like it. But you can do it, and when you're racing, you're going to have to learn it because you're going to be too wide.
31.5, 8,
The other thing to watch for is when you're racing, if you're doing IRacing races, these guys are going to dive it into the corner. So as this truck wears out a bit, you get about 15 laps in it or something, especially in this corner, you'll dive it down here and brake. Just barely. Hold it down there. I'm gassing it now through there. This way, if there's a guy on the high side, you're not going to get into him. And then you do the same through 1.
5.
Just come in a little deeper. Brake. Gas. Not full. Until about there. There's a little line. I'll show you when we come around again. I'll stop there actually and just give you a look at it. There's a little line that comes up off the white line and cracking the pavement that's been filled. And I kind of use that as a guideline. The later I get in the run, the deeper I get into that as to where I'm getting back into the gas fully. So right up here, mid-corner, maybe a little bit more than mid-corner, I'm not sure. Right here, there's this line right on my left side here, right over here. And now, if I back up a bit, so like on a qualifying lap, you're probably gonna almost be in the full gas somewhere in this area, you know, maybe even back further. It's hard to tell when we're stopped compared to full motion. But basically, every lap, my car going here. Every lap you do, you're just advancing this point. You know, by the end of it, you're way up here as to when it's safe to get back in the gas. Now that's me. I like to take the car from the high line all the way down to the low line, and you do need obviously some clear track to be able to do that. What else can I tell you about Texas? It's actually quite simple in these trucks. As it wears on, if you get down here on the apron, it'll kick that end out on you, so you're gonna have to, you know, either move up the track or just be that good where you can not get on the apron ever. So right there, you see this line coming? Boom, gas. And there you go, nice and smooth out. Here, I want to dive into these tire marks, just above them maybe, a little brake. Maybe not at the beginning of the run, but it can be tricky to get the, if you don't use brake, it's a little tricky there to get the car not to start sliding up the track, and you really want to be on that line through there. You know, some guys will run a little higher. I think it's a little easier on the tires maybe, which can become a concern late in the race, especially if you're in a good league or something, you're doing a lot of green flag racing. But in general, even late in the runs, I mean, that's more my preference. I will ride that line all the way, right through until the pit stop.
32.199.
Like I'll even interlow here. It's the same thing. You just got to hug the line a little longer, be a little lighter on the throttle, and come out a touch later than you might normally, just because of the angle of the car. But here we go. We dive it in right over the tire marks, touch the brake, back in the gas. See, even there I pushed up a little bit. I didn't have the wheel turned enough. I'm talking. We'll try it one more time. See if I can't do a proper lap.
32.037.
Go here. Let off slightly. Get it down. Yeah, it's not coming. Tires are maybe a little more than I realized talking this much. Let's try this again. So go just over the tire marks, brake, half gas, full gas, hold. There you go. Beautiful thing. I'm quite confident that this is the fastest way around the track, and that, you know, with a touch of practice, almost anybody can do this. I should say anybody, but some people, I don't know why they can't. Here we go. Dive in, brake, half gas, gas. That's about it, other than, you know, your strategies and that. I mean, you can work with your brake bias as the run goes on. You might be, you know, if you feel the car is not turning on entry or braking, then, you know, you could put a little more towards the rear. But, you know, you always have to be careful with brake bias, because what happens is during the race, if you got a really low, like more towards the rear, you get brake bias down to 50 or whatever, however low you can go, and then there's a wreck in front of you, and you go to stop, and boom, you can't stop, or you're doing that, and you're right in the wreck. Believe me, I know, I've experienced it. But anyway, you know, I had planned on talking more, but it's a pretty simple track. I think that's about it. If anybody has questions, just leave them in the comments. Be happy to answer them. And if you liked it, then subscribe or like it. Help me out. I would appreciate it. That's about it. Have a good night, guys.